Masalam, good evening everybody and welcome to Abu Dhabi. I changed a few accents there. We went from Arab to German to whatever that I'm speaking now. Anyway, are we even live? We are. Good evening, Luis Saliguero. I hope you are keeping well, mate, and enjoying your racing. And whatever other rats, obviously Luis is not a rat, he's one of the good guys. Whatever rats do join us on the stream, good evening, hello all. I have been bullied into commentating. Long story short, I am making dinner, but the dinner is on hold for this. Anyway, let's get cracking. We've got 18 fantastic souls on the grid. We have a Ben. We have a Shark. We have a Lucas Juraja and a Christian Prams. And Stephen Clay has decided to join us from wherever his exile sent him off to. I think Stephen just got the huff with some racing and just stopped. Anyway, hello, welcome back to you. We've got Daniel in the Sauber. We've got Zhao, the championship leader in F3, I think, in the Ferrari. We've got more bread. Faizan's retired. Good man yourself, Faizan. Where is my chat? There's my chat. No one's joining the stream. These are all bitches. And then Alex Sapkota. That's boring, isn't it? He's with us in the Aston. Then James King is in the garage in the McLaren. Zuchol is on the track. Andrei Feschenko, good evening to you. Anila is in the Williams yet again. Piotr Kizik in the Ferrari. Luis in the Haas. Faizan, who's serving a quali ban, in the Mercedes. And Bastian Vries, who had a very frustrating night, it must be said. Good evening, Jack. It must be said last night in F3 after being involved in on the wrong end of some terrorism. That's his yellow flag in Sector 3. No Macaulay Beard with me this evening, as he is off having a life. But yes, we get underway under the bright lights in Abu Dhabi. Great race. Always great to see, guys. It starts during dusk and finishes right at, in the darkness of night. It looks beautiful to watch, and we'll all enjoy that tomorrow night as we watch Lando Norris crash out in turn 1. Let's go. Anyway, anyone on a lap here? Few drivers must be on a lap. Lucas Juraja is on a lap. He's got a Haas in front of him of Luis, who's on a out lap. Ben is a little bit ahead, but there's someone else, that Christian Prams. Who is it to cross the line first? Which motherfucker is it? It's going to be Anila. And they set the benchmark in the low 122s. Wow, very, very quick. Next to cross the line is this Ben character, and they are only a 10th behind. Lucas Juraja next to cross the line in the 123s. Wow, 3.8, 1.6 seconds off the pace. As now we see the Alpine of Christian Prams has a bit of a wobble there, reminiscent of Max Verstappen last year. He's in the 123.1s, so a second off the pace for him. Zuchol, the 123.7s. Zuchol is quicker than Lucas. There's going to be words at HQ. Oh. I got the hiccups, but I haven't eaten. Makes so much sense. Anyway, Zhao in the 123, late 123s, as there's more yellow flags and is overtaking on the track here. And this is the well, we've seen a lot of action last night in F2 and F3 around this hairpin. I think this is turn 9. A lot of action. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 or 8, whatever we'll call it, something like that. Anyway, as these drivers racing into pits, passing by Latifi wall. And Lucas braking very heavily there. There is a glitch in the game where it will just give you a track limit warning. No, I don't want YouTube Premium or whatever. So we are aware of that glitch or bug in the game. Maritabali, who's causing a lot of drama in F2 on his flying lap now, going past Latifi Wall. If you don't know what Latifi Wall is, you have not been watching Formula 1 racing for a long time. Miles off the apex there, and that's in the 124s. That's slow. Really, really slow. Noise on the inters? Sap coat A on the inters. As someone else has gone quick there. James King in the 122.7s. He's 6/10 off Anila. What are you doing, Alex? What are you doing, man? Clowns are us. Piotr Kiziak. DRS wide open as he is on the run down to turn 5. Braking zone here. Can be an overtaking spot if you are creative. And the other Ferrari, João Santos, closely behind him. Now coming up to the, I think this is the hotel on the right hand side. Or whatever, it's something like that. There's a hotel somewhere on the track. Keeping it nice and tight here, as that is the fastest line as you're minimizing the track. Apparently sets a purple sector 2. Long sweeping left-hander. This is where you'll see that the tires start to really burn up if you're not careful with the pressures and the temperatures. And as a result of that, that's why you get the big snaps of oversteer around the final corner, why you get those slides, because you've overheated the tires so much in that corner. Sector 3 is really, really taxing on tires in this on this track. You can just probably see it here. Again, a little bit of just losing traction, not the cleanest of exits there. 123.8. Zuchol into 123.7s, Zhao in the 123.8s. Okay, Alex is not going to set a time because he's being moody. Bastian now on an outlap. What can he do? As for some reason, Reddit Greece has decided to ping me. Guys, if the time comes and I have to leave because of dinner, you all just have to suck it, alright? That's just pretty much it. But here we go. Sebastian starting his flying lap. Why isn't it there? Into turn 1 here. That's not the best of turn 1s. The inside curve just kind of killed him there. Turn 2, where Ronan Clark and myself had some disagreements last night. Now on the rundown, I think this is turn 4. I need to get my little track map up. Anyway, a lot of curve there. That's not the cleanest of lines either. Now long DRS zone wide open. That's actually turn 5, would you believe? Okay, on the rundown to 6, that long hairpin is turn 9. Now, getting the car here down to a 3rd gear. A lot of curve there. You don't want to touch this inside sausage, otherwise the car will go in the air. Through turn 7 now. This little kink within the left, which is turn 8. Now, the whole way, more DRS, keeping to the left-hand side. Turn 9, this long, swooping left-hander. Again, you can just see the car struggling for grip there, just sliding along now. Into the kink that is turn 10, now up to turn 11, into 12, this right-hander here. You sometimes see drivers get very creative, especially in the opening lap here. Into 13 we go, up to 14, now the Latifi Wall. Right now, turn 15 here, and then onto the final corner, which is turn 16. Again, look at the amount of... You're losing so much time here if you're not looking after the tyres on this track, and that's a 124.1. Ivan Belov warming his tyres up. I don't know how you have all manipulated me into commentating this tonight, but I mean, here I am. As Ivan's taking his sweet time getting to the line. Okay, as Bastian, someone said, I don't know, it is Ballistic Bread. Who are you? Ballistic Bread. Okay, anyway, Ballistic Bread is on his 2nd flying lap. On the run down to turn 6. Puts the car into 2nd gear there. No curb. Little bit of curb. That's not too bad. It could be worse. Keep to the left here. As Martin Brundle actually said, if you... Or was it Martin Brundle or Macaulay Beard? if you were to knock over that DRS board, you'd actually have probably the perfect racing line here. Anyway, into turn 9 we go. Tyres going to be on fire now. And you'll see this later on in the race where drivers just start to suffer from heavy deg. They can't take that turn. They oversteer massively, or understeer, sorry, I beg your pardon, massively onto the curb. Just going up, going nowhere very quickly. Now, see again, tyres overheating, loss of traction. Onto 14, into 15, into 16 we go. Not really much of a slide there, that's okay, but it's in the 125s. It's not good enough. Ivan Belov into turn 9 now with the other McLaren of James King right behind him. Is James on a lap? He is indeed. James getting maybe a hint of a slipstream there, as the two McLarens working potentially together or just coordinating their attacks. As Ivan goes around, I think that's the hotel. I don't know, that looks like a hotel to me. In sector 3, onto turn 15, now into turn 16. How does he come out of this? Looks to be quite reasonable and stable. However, it's a 123.9, not setting the world alight, Mr. Belov. As noise is invalidated, good man. Hits the wall as well, just for a bit of anger. As Ben warming up his tyres, trying also not to overheat them if possible. So Andrei Feshchenko in P3, that's a surprise. He's 2/10 off the pace. Good to see. For all of Andrei's moaning about wanting to race in F2, being provisionally P3 is not bad. In the Red Bull. No Kamil Pliszczyk tonight for some reason. He's off probably romancing or doing whatever it is he does. I am hungry. Choshal Misham. What the hell does Choshal Misham mean? Oh my god. Right, as 5 minutes to go in qualifying, kind of settling down now, things are. As the other thing, Red Bull is in the no! You idiot. Interesting. Anyway, Ben going fastest with a 1:22, nearly flat, 0:43. Well, and Neil not going to like that. Charlie, who has been rapid all season long. As the two Ferraris are in the pits at the moment, as Mr. Santos is going to have to wait to be wheeled in by the Ferrari engineers as they have not coordinated things correctly. Zuccio is out on a lap. Mr. Bartholomew Zuchnik. If anything ERO has taught me, it's how to pronounce different names from different cultures. That's one thing for sure. one thing definitely for sure, and fair play to you all. You're all gems in my eyes. You're all tens. Apart from Wrongson when he throws a temper tantrum. And we haven't heard from Matthew in a while. I wonder what he's doing, actually. Like, Euro was his life. But anyway. So we are watching Zuchal as he is on his out lap. 2 minutes to go in qualifying. You're expecting the whole pit, everyone in the pit just to come out now for their last attempt. How many drivers are going to end today? That is a good question. Could be easily, I'd say 13 or 14. I don't think we're going to lose that many people. Safety cars quite rare around here unless there's a lap 1 incident. Or if you've got an idiot like Nicholas Latifi. But yeah, safety cars quite rare. As Ben is gone. So that's going to be the end of his qualifying. So it's going to be down to Anila and Andre and maybe even a James King. I don't know, James is a bit far away, but it's definitely possible. Second row already, well, he's in and around the second row at the moment. Stephen Clay is going to be fighting for that second row, so is Christian Prams. But let's see what Zuchal can do. We've got 1 minute 30 left. So this will probably be his last attempt. Even though he will cross the line before the end of qualifying, he's gone out a little bit premature. Everybody's going out. Nobody's cutting it very fine. Other drivers starting their laps as well, but it's Zuchal and it's Noise. We're both on laps. Noise is slightly ahead of Bartholomew. Maritab Ali has just started his final lap. Lucas Jaraja is also on a lap. I'm trying to find the person who is most ahead here. It looks to be James King is going to be racing to the line here. Doesn't want to leave it too tight. There's a lot of traffic ahead of him as well. This is the thing. Anila on a lap as well. We're going to keep an eye on that. Marginally up on their original time as James is letting lots of people go and he has to be very careful here because he's going to run the risk of dirty air and everything else. Maybe that Zuchal is just going ahead of him. It is. Zuchal's going to end up giving him a tow. Anyway, James King straight to the line with 17 seconds to go. That's qualifying. Will be done and dusted. Luis Saligiero will get just to the line, as will Lucas Jaraja, who's... No, not Lucas Jaraja, who's it? Christian Prams. He will start his flying lap as well. Okay, right. This is it. We're going to see a Red Bull... We're seeing someone mow the grass. We're going to see a Red Bull... Oh, someone crossed the line. Who's that? It's going to be Stephen Clay. No. Who is it then? It's Bastian Vries, and he goes P11. And in the other V-carb, I think, Maritab Ali cannot improve. And behind him we see, I think, a Williams. Anila. So Charlie not improving either. So it's down to the rest of the chasing pack for pole position. We're going to see a Red Bull. Stephen Clay setting purple sectors. Andrei Feschenko cannot improve. Stays P3. Well, he does improve, but just not enough. Zuchal is retired. Christian Prams. No, who the hell is this on track? Ballistic Red. Daniel goes P15. Next is going to be a Ferrari of Piotr Kiziak. Where can Piotr go? He's improving slightly this time. He goes P7. Great result for him. Next is Stephen Clay across the line. He stays P4. Now it's all down to James King. What can he do? He stays P5. Christian Prams is invalidated. João Santos goes P6 at the death. And that is your qualifying done and done. Ben Lockie says unlucky to Anila as they were improving until I think they must have invalidated somehow. That's pretty shite, but not to worry. Anila, I don't know how to pronounce your second name. Mizukowska. Noise will finish P9. Right, so everything stayed basically the same. I think the only change was Stephen Clay and James King swapping positions. Obviously, Zhao went up a few positions. He went from P9 to P6 at the end. And that is going to be a grid. Ben in P1, Anil in P2, Andre P3, Stephen Clay in the second row as well. James King and João Santos will be on the third row. Christian Prams and Peter Kizik will be on the fourth row. Alex Sapkota will be in P9 with Zuchal in P10. The sixth row will be Bastian and Maritab, Lucas Gerard and Ivan Belov. Then Daniel and this ballistic bread character, Luis Saligero and Mohamed Faizan will run out the ninth row. As it is dry, but it's a bit overcast again. I don't think it's going to rain. Oh no, you may be all in trouble. My dinner may be coming earlier. Maybe not. I don't know. Ivan knows what I mean. We'll get underway. I'll at least get some of the race. Oh, I'm hungry. I'm hungry. As we're just waiting for drivers to finish setting up, and then the 30-second countdown's probably well underway, etc., etc. Hope you're enjoying your Saturday evening, everybody. It's yeah, it's nice. It's nice. It's nice to have a chill Saturday. You know, I feel like life is very, very busy right now. Lex Hod, where are you to ask me how my life is? So yes, it is relaxing. Anyway, enough about me. I'm sure you don't want to hear about too much about my life. We are just waiting for... I don't know what we're waiting for at this point. Anyway, we're going to get underway. Round 6. Hard to believe we're halfway through the season already in F1. We are away in racing. Who gets the better start? That's the main question. Is it going to be Andre? Is it going to be Charlie? Is it going to be Ben? It looks to be Ben who's gotten away quite cleanly. He's ghosted behind. Everyone seems to be okay so far. Red Bull and Ferrari very close to each other. And the McLaren also in and about James King. Stephen Clay is taking that position from James. Further down the foil, Alex Sapp, Coat getting past Christian Prams, who's dropping like a stone. He must have had an incident, unfortunately. The two Ferraris getting very close in P6 and P7. Maritab Ali and Lucas Girardi getting very close. As you see the Alpine of Lucas Girardi trying to make a move there on the inside of in turn 5 of Maritab, not getting the job done. Anyway, further back up the field, Ben 3/10 clear. Good evening, Woj. Keeping things nice and safe. Mohamed Faizan with a qualifying ban is up to P11, P12 already, as someone has decided to just fully mount the curb there, and Lucas has been killed. We've only caught the end of that, but that was naughty. I'm going to blame Faizan because it's always his fault. Christian Prams, this is Alpine disaster class here, representative of real life in P17 and P18. As Luis and Bread are fighting. We have a new Bread in ERO. Oh my god. Meanwhile, back at the ranch. Nothing else really happening. Ben setting the fastest lap as they are the first person to cross the line. DRS will be wide open. Let's have a look at the tyres. The whole field electing for the mediums, apart from Noise and this Bread character. Interesting enough. Options for this race, a 2-stop or a 1-stop have been done. The 1-stop can be faster, but those mediums, you need to go long on them. As we've seen an F3 and an F2 last night. It is possible though. Just depends on how good you are at saving your tyres. And this game is all about saving your tyres. Andre getting very close to the back of Anila, who's very close to the back of Ben as well. As these three going into the second DRS zone. On the run down to turn 9 now. As Stephen Clay just a little bit behind. Andrei Feschenko's got some great pace, it has to be said. I'm really happy for him as he gets very close to the back of Anila there. A bit of dirty air as well, just to kerfuffle things even more. As they're into sector 3 now, following closely here can be difficult, and you have to be careful not to follow too close, otherwise you burn through your tyres. Passing through the hotel bridge into Latifi corner, and lap 2 out of 29 is going to be in the books here. Anyone else can be making moves. Actually, Andre's broken the DRS of Stephen already. Well, he nearly. James is also struggling to keep up, normally one of the quicker drivers. As there's a yellow flag in sector 3, that looks to be Lucas Giraja. There's another incident, unfortunately. And Alex Sapcote A. As you see, Peter Kizek go very wide there after turn 2. Alex Sapcote A has just broken Maritab from the DRS, and Maritab has his own little train behind him. And I think we're going to see a move for the lead here. We might even see 2 moves here. Ben might be swallowed up here by P2 and P3. Only time will tell. Where is my food, man? No move. But Anila very close there, taking a bit too much curb, but that's okay. A bit of wheel spin as well, you heard it. On the run down into turn 9, and Andre is getting closer, but not close enough. No moves happening at the moment. Already we're in DRS Trainville. As Zuchol and Faizan are getting ready for a Mercedes war. Mercedes war. Mercedes masterpiece. So it's all about tyre management here, and we'll see that as the race develops, who manages their tyres better. We're stuck with this game for another year, guys, so we better get better at tyre managing. Most people might see a drop off after 3 laps, well, not 3 laps, sorry, about 5 to 6 laps on the mediums, a noticeable drop off. They can go till about 11, 12 laps if you are creative. You don't want to be doing 20 plus laps on the hards. It's not nice. Riding on board here with Mohamed Faizan, who's holding off Ivan Belov just for now. DRS playing a big role here, as Stephen Clay has been absolutely dropped by the top 3. And he's going to be vulnerable to Mr. King. As the 2 Ferraris swapping positions now. It's finally a bit of overtaking. It's now 3 seconds is the gap. The DRS really helping the top 3 pull away here. Ben's got some great pace. It's a lovely view camera here going through the hotel. Passing Latifi wall. That little pseudo marina is in place. You can see a great view of the track here and how close everything is. More sites like this is needed. I really wish if you could change anything or update anything in this game is the ability just to change camera angles yourself. Not just have TV pod and camera pod, or whatever it's called, cockpit cam, whatever the hell it is. But ability to actually have a look at a lot of different angles. Racing behind the car, helicopter cam, this kind of camera angle, pans, everything else. It'd be really nice. Anyway, enough of me moaning about what could be and what couldn't be. James King very close to the back of Stephen Clay, and Stephen may even be holding up James a bit here in sector 3, depending on the tyre management. And you can see James is going for it here. He's really going for it. Gets the move done. Easy peasy, just as you like. Small little bit of overheating of the brakes, but he's okay. Is he going to be vulnerable though? Down the run to down to turn 9 as Maritab Ali gets past João Santos. For PA going back to this fight up here though, and Stephen Clay is not going to be near enough, and he's not using any battery. Further up the field, Anila very close to the back of Ben. As Faizan is our first driver of the day to get a track limit warning penalty. A bit of a spin there at the end. Andre keeping well with this pack, doing a good job, it must be said. Has used a lot of his battery though, and Anila's used hardly any. Ben's used a moderate amount. As Faizan with another 3 seconds. Oh, good man yourself, Faizan. Bastian Vries and Zuchol riding in P12 and P11 respectively. Christian Prams is into the pits a bit early to start pitting. That commits you to a 2-stop. As João Santos with DRS is hunting down the shark, but it isn't really making much of an impression. Working much later there than Maritab, it must be said. And now you can see the tire deck here playing. You can see the tire deck playing a factor here now at this point. Woj's idea is to make everything that's already in the game work. Well, I mean, a lot of things do. I think the only thing we could really give out about is the setup issue, because a lot of the setups in this game are just very similar. Just put the wings as low as possible and that's it. But I think apart from that, it's not too bad. It's definitely improvement over F124. Definitely. Anyway, as two drivers entering the pits, Kizik and Steven. Their mediums are obviously cooked. James King nearly 5 seconds away from Andre. Andre's lost DRS as well, so the top two are going to start streaking ahead by themselves. But podium is on here for Mr. Fashchenko. Maritab Ali comfortably riding in P6 here. He's broken the DRS out of João Santos, who is not going to be challenged from Ivan Bello behind. And further down the field, you've got Bastian and Zuchel, who's right behind Bastian, and Zuchel's going to have him here. On the run down to turn 6, not even near the braking zone. And just like that, Bartholomew up to P9. And the question is now, does Bastian mount a counter-attack now, or does he wait later on? Answer is he waits till later on. Maritab Ali now. Very close, well, not very close, he's within DRS of noise for now, but Alex Sapp, Cote A, doing his best to break away, as Lucas Giraja is our second driver for the day, apparently. James King and João Santos both into the pits. Zuchel with a 3-second time penalty. That's no good. Maritab's lost the DRS to noise. Alex Sapp, Cote A. And this race just begins to settle down here now. Drivers begin to settle into their positions. As James now, interesting enough, James has gone the hards. Now, I think it's brave to do a one-stop here, but he is going to be so much faster. And let's look at his delta to the leader. It's going to be 27.6 seconds. Just remember that number, boys and girls. 27, I'm going to write in the chat, 0.6. He's not really doing much for himself at the moment. He does have DRS though. He needs to clear these two ahead of him very quickly here. This is what Bernie Collins was saying on Sky F1. Oh, this is almost contact between Lucas and James. Is that if you do start slowing the drivers behind you down, which is what Max Verstappen might do to the McLarens tomorrow, the issue you have is that when you pit, because it's such a long pit exit, you'll end up coming into traffic. And then the benefit you have of the fresh tyres from the undercut won't be there. So track position, really key here. You have to really trust your team to pitch you at the right time. James is not getting any time in the leaders here. Andrei Fashchenko must be listening to me on stream as he's come into the pits. Zuchel into the pits as well. And this is not what James wants. James wants some clean air. He was about 2/10 at 1/10 faster that lap. So Neela also almost dropping out of DRS here as Ben is just dominating. Oh, you're all going to be really upset, but my food's going to be here in a second, so I'm going to have to go, boys and girls. What was that? Oh, my headset beating. Anyway, James not really gaining much time here, is he? Well, he's gaining seconds so far, but he's getting stuck behind these drivers now. Well, Kizik's on fresh mediums and Stevens on fresh hards. But what we will do for you is we will leave the stream on. I won't just close the stream, but I'm not going to be able to commentate pretty soon. Because I got places to be. Well, I got food to eat, basically. As Zuchal and Daniel fighting side by side into turn 9. And then Bastian Vries and Andre fighting as well. Bastian just kind of lets him go, I think. Just being on those faster tires. So the top 6 yet to pit. James now has taken 2 seconds out of their time. Getting close here with the Ferrari and the Red Bull and the McLaren. James really needs to clear these guys though to make use of these tires, and he's just, well, he's using battery here, but I just don't think he's going to get it done. As he gets close to the wall, Pierre backs out of it wisely enough, and now next on his hit list is Stephen Clay. Christian Brams with a 3-second time penalty. Oh, it's my headset that's dying. And Neela into the pits. They have lost the DRS and they've obviously decided enough is enough. I think this is going to be a one-stopper for quite a few of these drivers. Maritab going for the one-stop as well. Andre setting the fastest lap of the race. And I think Mr. Feshchenko will come out ahead. He will indeed. So the undercut has worked really well for Andre. The top 4 yet to pit. Ivan Belov somehow in there, and Noise and Maritab, but the main person to pay attention here is Ben. As there's a bit of contact there between Andre and Ivan. I don't want to see that. I don't want to see any wings being damaged. James King has gained over 3 seconds now on the race leader. Now he's going to be suffering later on in the race, but the idea is that the undercuts worked really well for him here. Ben is into the pits though. I'm expecting James to somewhere around P. Well, I'm expecting Ben to come out somewhere around P, around where James is. To be honest, it's gonna be close. As he does put on the hard tires, the Kick Sauber pit crew doing their job. Ivan Belov also into the pits. Maritabali stays out. Noise stays out. Last 2 drivers to pit. Oh yeah. And it hasn't worked out for James as Ben has come out ahead of him. So the early pit not working a treat here. We will check in later on with you.
safety car.